What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, and we live right when I'm saying that. I want to welcome everybody to Wine Wiz. I got the lovely ladies and the VIPs in the building. We see every week I do this, and I got like the background playing so you know how we got this 5-second delay, and all of a sudden I'm doing the intro, then all of a sudden I'm hearing myself repeating myself. So welcome to Wine Wiz. One day of me doing this for 3 years, I'm gonna get it right. I got the lovely ladies in the building. It's Wine Wiz, and I know Emily's coming. She just delayed. Obviously, she kind of the ladies call it beat their face. She's probably beating her face and getting it all nice and pretty for Wine Wednesday. So we're gonna wait for her to come. So we got the other VIPs in the building. We got Cerise from the Tech Couple in the building. Yes, how you doing? Welcome back to Wine Wednesday.
I know. Thanks for having me on tonight, guys. I'm excited. I'm sure that you're gonna have some great topics for us tonight, Eric.
Of course I will. And also, don't forget about Miss Tech Valor, aka Catwoman.
Hey, and also Easy Computer Solutions. Don't forget about that.
I know. Hey, look, I do want to make a huge announcement that the Catwoman made one of the best videos on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you all that. I say this because that video she just dropped. If you didn't see the video, please check it out. That video was praised through one of my up-and-coming partners on YouTube, and I mean that was a great, fantastic video, good tutorial video. She did an outstanding job. So thank you very much.
Thanks. It was fun.
Yes, and we have Scrumptious in the building, aka Kimmy, aka Scrumptious. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Let's get it in.
Let's get it in. That's right. And we got everybody in the building. No hangouts being lame on me. Oh, so that's I see Miss Emily Baker's in the chat room saying that no hangouts is being lame on her end. So hopefully she can get it up and running and come and have some fun with us on Wine Wednesday. You know, one thing about Emily, I follow her on Instagram, and she posted stuff. She got all nice, pretty stuff on there. Wine Wednesday, come, you know, stuff like that. So she's a big cheerleader of Wine Wednesday. So she always get excited, and there she go.
Yay! It's early on the West Coast, man, and Hangouts was being lame. Hangouts was giving me the business today.
The business.
You know, not all tech works well for me. It's not just easy to be us. I mean,
yes,
but it's good to see everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Charisse, what's up, girl?
Hey, bro.
And I've got my my shiny, sparkly, badass shirt on. I can't show you without knocking over my background. But it says,
"Oh, that's so cute."
Sparkles.
Yes.
One day I'll have a real office and I can actually back up my chair without knocking things over. Goals.
It's all good. Well, welcome everybody and all the lovely VIPs for Wine Wednesday. And I see a lot of people showing up. I mean, look at the people. See, we thought it's like, wait, it's over like 8 o'clock Central Time, and we were just in the private chat talking, and we didn't see nobody in the chat room, but now everybody coming through. So welcome everybody.
Eric, it's because they know we're late. They know we run late. They know that we run late, and they're like, we got 10 minutes. We're cool. Yeah. For real.
So let's get into the nice, exciting news of the week. We got a whole lot of stuff to cover. So let's get into it. Starbucks. See, I'm a Starbucks fan, right? I mean, I'm a real Starbucks fan, but I didn't go to Starbucks today. And it's not because I'm doing this protesting thing. I'm not doing this. Because I was not by Starbucks, by the way. So, but I drink CC's coffee. But I've been following the Starbucks stuff, right? And if anybody know what happened, if I bet you all of Black America knows about it, but for people that didn't know about it, Starbucks, one of the locations, manager called the police on 2 Black guys that were sitting at a Starbucks. They got arrested, and so now Starbucks is being blamed for being, racist and treating blacks bad and yada 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 stuff like that. So now you got all these boycotts and protests and stuff like that. Listen, as a African American male, as an educated African American male, for people that always call me the N word, I believe that I've on YouTube get called so many racist names daily, and so we kind of, I don't know, we go say we used to it as Black people, but it is definitely difficult to be a Black person, especially a educated Black person, because the perception of all Black people is that we don't know anything, we stupid, we ignorant, we not well spoken, stuff like that. And I totally disagree. Not all Black people is dumb, not all Black people is stupid. Now, you do see a lot of characters on TV that portray the Black African American culture as being bad, but not everybody is bad. So but we deal with this, and but I don't know. I mean, what y'all thoughts about Starbucks?
I don't even drink Starbucks. Yeah, I don't even drink coffee in general. But if I do, I like Dunkin' Donuts because I'm from up north in Massachusetts, where
you are an asshole. You are an asshole.
Yeah,
with that Dunkin' Donuts crap.
Yeah. But I was really upset when I heard about it because, first and foremost, the manager didn't even go up to them. Didn't even say anything to them. He or she just saw them sitting there and then decided to call the police.
No, I think it was a he.
It was a he?
Yeah.
So I was just like, what? They didn't even go over there and talk to them or nothing. They just.
But isn't like sitting at Starbucks what people do?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you do?
That's literally all anyone does at Starbucks.
So it's like actually
ride the
what
Wi-Fi
you do at Starbucks.
But I mean, like when I was in college, right? We was in college. What we did when we was like when I was doing studies, I was in Starbucks all day. I mean, from morning to night.
Same.
I think I spent more time in Starbucks in college than any other, more than home. Because, you think about it, you get a lot of quiet time. You got your headphones on. You get to focus a little more as you sit in that type of environment versus home with the kids all over the place and you're trying to focus on your homework, right? So Starbucks is the place where you go at. And especially around the colleges, they got Starbucks everywhere around the colleges. So I think, this was the unfortunate situation, and hopefully they go close them all down for one day to do some training and stuff like that. So, I mean, hey, look.
I was just surprised they got arrested.
So, which is unfortunate and strange. But Mark in the chat room said the CEO responded appropriately. What more do people want? I don't know if everyone will agree that the CEO responded appropriately, or at least my friends. Look, I am as pale as humanly possible. So my experience living in America is not the same as everyone else's. So I can only share my friends' experiences that they've shared with me. But a lot of my friends are not thrilled with the CEO's response. And we're like, the CEO's response proves that the employees at Starbucks are unaware that this is a problem. So I would love to hear what the rest of you guys have to say about how you felt about the CEO's response and what you thought, because it's you can't just arrest people for sitting.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to sit.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're trespassing, and that's a whole nother situation, but then you have to be asked to leave. So, and there's no evidence here that anybody was asked to leave.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm confused about. They just arrested them. They just came in and they just arrested them. They didn't say, oh, you're asked to leave or something. They just arrested them. Like, it was just,
I've heard various stories to where they were asked to leave 3 times. So it just varies. Like, which story have you heard? But I'm not taking the side to either side, but I do appreciate the CEO saying something.
Yeah.
Remember the H&M incident where they had the coolest monkey in the jungle shirt thing?
Holy
and there was no
shit
response to that.
Yep.
There was never a response at all. So giving them the benefit of the doubt a little bit, at least something was said. And I think somebody in the chat says, what do you want? And I think there's nothing that's going to make everybody happy because everybody looks at it in a different way. So
I know what's going to happen. The CEO met with the 2 guys. One thing I'm thinking, cut the check. Yeah. Just cut the check.
Yeah.
Cut the check. I don't want no lifetime Starbucks. Nope, just cut the check.
But did they have any charges? There weren't any charges against them.
They was arrested.
So those need to be dropped, right? Were they even dropped?
Well, here's a bigger question. If they didn't have cell phones, would we be talking about it today?
No.
If they
No,
didn't
it would be too
record
many
it.
different stories. Yeah.
That's right. So
No.
shouts out to the cell phone cameras because everybody records everything. Woo! I mean, every time.
Did you see where the guy who recorded one in January that's just now getting attention? He went and tried to use the bathroom. They told him he couldn't have the code. And then he records a white guy coming out of the bathroom, asked him his name, asked him if he had bought something. And the guy said no. They went up to the register together, and he asked the manager directly, why did he get the code and why didn't I? And she asked him to leave.
Yep. Well, hey, at the end of the day, if they didn't have camera phones, and so shouts out to the camera phone, and they got a lot better, but that camera phone was an iPhone. That must have was an iPhone recording because it was clear. You know how sometimes you see these footage and it be all foggy and all that stuff. Like, that must have was an Android phone. See that? Get 60 frames per second with the note.
I'm gonna say it. I think that the manager should have been fired.
He was.
He was.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I heard yesterday they said he wasn't gonna fire them.
Oh yeah, he's done.
There you go. Wish granted.
He said that he removed him. He removed him from that location.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait, but he's working at a different location?
No,
that's what my thought was.
No, he said he removed it from that location.
Oh, okay.
I never heard fired.
He probably ain't working at no location.
I hope not.
Well, what I read was that he wasn't with the company anymore, so maybe it's different. But I read that he wasn't with the company. There was confusion about whether he left of his own accord or if he was fired. But I heard that he was not with Starbucks at all in any capacity.
No longer with the company is the legally safe answer. And
right.
Because you're not going to get sued for slandering them by saying that they were fired when there's media attention. So no longer with the company will not let you know if he just said, you know what, I'm gone. Or if the company came to him and said, look, what would you like us to do? And he's like, yeah, I got it. I'm out. So, yeah, no longer with the company is the legally safest. Like any company that has a lawyer on staff, that is what you get to say to the media, is that somebody is no longer with the company.
I said, let's not quit while we're ahead. What happened to the police officers?
Well, I mean, did they do their job? I mean,
they were doing their job.
How is
that they're doing their job when they just came in and arrested them?
Well, because they got called for possible criminal activity, right?
Yeah.
Trespassing.
But I thought arresting was too much. They could have just went in.
I don't think they need to put them in
handcuffs to leave and then to leave, but not just come in there and arrest them. Then
once again, here's the thing: if it wasn't for cell phone cameras, would we even be talking about this? See, that's the point.
Right.
That's the point. See, cell phone cameras, and I've been seeing people online talk about, but why y'all didn't help nobody because y'all record. No. I think you need that evidence.
Yeah, you can't jump in.
You don't get involved with the police.
Yeah,
you do not get involved with the police. It's called obstruction.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Different states call it different things. In California, the rule is if you try to take somebody out of police custody, it's called lynching still in California. So if you take someone from police custody, it's called lynching because it comes from the old lynchings when people used to take people out of the jails and kill them. But in California, it's still the lynching rules. You can't take someone out of police custody. So you can't intervene and help. I've gotten all lawyerly. We're not even like minutes in, and it's just like,
no, we need to.
But you can't take somebody out of police custody. It was always, in our cases, it was always like the crazy drunk girlfriend who had like called the police, and then when they come and arrest him, she's like up on the police, like hitting them in the head, saying, "What you let go of my man? Like, what are you doing?" And it was just every courthouse I worked at, no matter what area of Los Angeles I was in, it was always like the ragey girlfriend that was like hitting the police trying to get her man out of police custody, and then she turned around and got filed on. So anyway, people can't really help.
So
people can record
correctly. The police had every right to go in there and arrest them without saying you guys need to leave or something like that.
If the police have probable cause for arrest, they can go in and arrest. So what we don't know is what the police were told on the radio. So We don't know what the police were told on the radio. If the police are not working off of proper information, if they didn't have probable cause, the case either won't get filed by the district attorney, or the defense attorney will come in and said, you didn't even have probable cause for arrest. You need to get rid of that. So I don't believe they're still in custody.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not.
So that's stuff
No,
that
they
gets
dropped the
reviewed.
charges.
Right. So when I reviewed cases, one of the things we looked for is, okay, was this an arrest that we can stand behind in court or not? Cases get dropped all the time. They go to the DA's office and get dropped all the time. I was a filing deputy. I did it all the time. I was like, guys, this is crap. But sometimes the best, if they have probable cause, sometimes the best way is to de-escalate the situation. You take people into custody, you run their prints, you make sure they don't have warrants. You're like, guys, don't hang over at the Starbucks again. Knock it off. And we just don't know what information they had. So,
right. Well, I think at the end of the day, in America, we learn this stuff every day. So I think it's like every week we got we got so much stuff to talk about. So let's move on.
I mean, it's unfortunate they got arrested, but aren't these the conversations we want to keep having?
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't even know that they could just go in there and do that. I thought that they need to say get out first.
Well, the people,
the
establishment needs to say get out. So whether they did that or whether they told the police they did that are two different things. But for a trespassing, I mean, the manager's going to say, I told them to leave. And the guys are going to go, he didn't tell us to leave. I don't know what you do.
Yeah. There was people I saw a little bit of the videos. They were like, they didn't do anything. They were just there. Why are you taking them? They didn't do anything.
But how long are you in a Starbucks? I mean, if those are people that have walked into the Starbucks as the situation is going down, they don't know.
Them Starbucks line be mad long though. Be in there for a minute.
But
not with mobile ordering.
but I can tell you that, I mean, like when I go to Starbucks, and I go to Starbucks a lot because I drink coffee. I got to stay up too late for one thing. And so as I go to Starbucks is always packed. It's always packed with students, business people. They have meetings in there. People do interviews in there. The students in there.
Exactly.
I'm in there. I mean, Starbucks. Listen, I think I drink a lot of stuff. I sip. I go get a new one. I get my Danish. You know, they sell food and everything.
Did you get the cheese Danish?
Yeah, I love that. You know?
I love that right there.
Trust me, you spend $15-$20 a day in Starbucks because everything is expensive. I mean, you're gonna spend $6 on coffee and another $12 on Danishes and stuff. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. But
those egg bites are addictive.
I know, but at least I can tell you that going to Starbucks is a peaceful environment. I never got discriminated at a Starbucks. It's a peaceful environment. The staff where I'm at in Louisiana is absolutely amazing. They greet you when you come in. They're very nice folks that work there. They get my coffee right all the time, and they keep the place clean. The bathrooms are clean. That's a big pet peeve for me, by the way, bathrooms. But they keep it clean. Everything is good, and my Starbucks is great.
Well,
so,
Gary Brown is saying that for his people, he can stop eating a cheese Danish. I feel you, Gary Brown. I don't know if I can. Frank was saying it's all about the lemon pound cake. Frank, that is my other jam. But I'm telling you, the egg bites, the sous vide egg bites, nothing like them. And when you mobile order, you get points.
Yes, you do.
My goodness. You get your mobile points. It's ready to pick up. Sharice, you're the one who taught me you can mobile order and then pick it up through the drive-thru.
I picked it up through the drive-thru.
I didn't even know that existed.
Amazing. We went through the drive-thru probably, unfortunately, the same day that this incident happened. And they, I got my coffee. I got my breakfast sandwich. They didn't charge me for my breakfast sandwich. And me, I believe in like financial karma. If I can afford a thing and you give it to me for free by accident, I'm gonna call you because I don't want someone to get fired. And if I have the money, I'm not about to screw myself out of some future blessing. So I called them, talked to the manager, let her know like, hey, you only charged me for one of these things, not both. What's up with that? Do I need to settle out with you? And she was like, no, you know what? You got blessed today. You take it. So,
oh, that's nice.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah.
Personally, to say about Starbucks, I'm not one. I don't know. It's not like a company policy to kick out Black people that are just sitting in Starbucks. So for me to say I'm going to boycott the whole company because of a piss poor decision that a couple of employees made that are now no longer with the company, I can't do that. You know, they've always done great by me. I love their breakfast. I love your breakfast. I can't.
But I mean, I think it's once again because of cell phone cameras, we get to have these conversations, and it shows, you know, this is not a conversation that we would have at my house if this wasn't on the news, because it's not an experience we would have immediately had, right? So we now get to have these conversations with my kids. And it's easy. These conversations are easy with kids. I did have to explain to my 6-year-old why he wasn't allowed to paint his skin black so he could look like his friend Stone, and say, no, that you guys all have different skin colors. You got to be cool with yours. You don't get to take someone else's. But kids don't see it the same way that adults do. They don't have the biases. They don't have the prejudices. They just are like, that kid's cool. I like him. I want to look more like him. The same way it's like, oh, that kid's shoes are cool. I want to be more like him. And I think that kids have such open conversations, and it's adults who get in there and screw it all up. So if we can have open conversations, and I love the chats just jumping in and saying, hey, this is how we feel about it. So Sean Vega Velez said there's no coffee worth jail time, and I'm too handsome for jail. Oh, Sean, fair enough. Fair point. It's a fair point. If you're too pretty for jail, you might get far, though. I mean, that might work to your advantage. Just saying.
So welcome to Wine Wednesday, y'all. And for everybody that didn't know, we do this every Wednesday. If y'all didn't know, so I want to talk about this. You know, we got a lot of stuff on the plate today. Let's get into this. Some spectacular stuff happened that we heard in the last couple of hours there. So that ZTE. This might have lost a license in the U.S. To have phones down in the U.S. because of the issues that they have with the government. And that's one of the things that we've been hearing it. Actually, I was watching the CNN, and I was kind of flipping through the news because the news is always like that one little spot, and every time we flip, and they was actually talking. They was having a hearing about ZTE, and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm listening, like, they really talking about ZTE? We already know the news about Huawei and the issues that they're having, but now ZTE is being stripped and slammed and saying bye bye, see you later, don't come back, and so I don't know. This is some heavy news that's coming out because we've been talking about Huawei, that Huawei just kind of giving up on the U.S. and say, you know what, y'all want the U.S., you can have the U.S. But now ZTE is being yanked also. So, man.
I got to tell you, after Kimmy showed me that Huawei phone, like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you get your case?
I did get my case. We can get into that after the ZTE story. I got it right here for you.
I'm sorry,
I'm going to
excited.
unbox it for you guys.
Hey.
Still in the case, but we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute. But let's talk about the government kicking phones out.
And you know what? The thing about it is, it looked like what's happening in the U.S. is that we getting down to a monopolized type system where you're gonna have
a
few
duopoly.
choices. That's right. You're gonna have a few choices, whether it's gonna be Samsung, Apple, LG is nowhere to be found. So it's Sony. But who buys Sony phones?
Sony makes phones.
Pretty good phones, actually. But
that new phone look kind of badass though.
I know. But here's the thing about Sony. No carriers carry Sony phones, so you got to go to like the Best Buys. You have to go to Amazons and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think the future for, like, if you walk into AT&T. This is what you're going to see. Apple over here and Samsung over here. And that's going to be it.
Yep.
There's no choice. That's it. Either you go on iOS or you go on Android. Because LG is like, I don't know what they're doing. But that's scary. Because now, this say if I wanted to get an HTC phone, right? And HTC just kind of pulled the cup. I don't know. I have no idea. But in the U.S. is becoming slim, very slim. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you take ZTE off of Android, you've got no operating system, you've got no support, you've got nothing. I mean, I don't know where you go from there.
I don't know.
But Android has the right to control that, don't they?
Well, but Android is a mess, guys. So let's talk about some other statistics, right? probably pull this up. Maybe Tech Valor, one of y'all can pull this up. That I just seen a chart, a very disturbing chart, I must ask. That, you know, I've been on this YouTube channel complaining about updates, and people have been knocking me down. Oh, easy, you keep on talking about updates. But phones that's running Android 8.0 is 0.03%. Now, we got Android P about to come out in a few months. That's Android 9.0, or maybe Android 8.5, or maybe Android 9, right? If you got 0.3% of phones today that's running the latest operating system, what is going to be the percentage that's going to run Android P? 0, maybe one phone? This is the problem with Android. And then talking about iOS total is maybe over the 53% of all phones running iOS 11. So when you put this hand to hand, and you know, Steve Jobs used to do this every keynote, he used to put that pie up, and he said, "These are the phones that's running Android, and these are the phones that's running iOS." And it was a joke, and that was back when Steve Jobs was alive, and it has gotten worse since then. Now, I know Android's trying to fix with Android 1 and finding companies for not, you know, doing this and doing that. Now we've heard that the companies was putting out security updates, but it was fake. Yeah. It was changing the numbers, but it wasn't security updates. Now, a lot of people been hammering me down and said, "Easy, why you keep, I ain't worried about security update." Gee whiz, I scratch my head, like with all the scrap that's going on in the United States, why wouldn't you want security updates? I mean, that to me is mind-blowing. So security updates is important. And a lot of people argue me down as far as updating the operating system. All right, give you another example. At my business, I'm running tablets to play my Pandora. Well, unfortunately, my tablet is running like Android 5.0. No apps will work on it. No security patches, no apps will work on it. So this is why we talk about updates. So because every time we get a new iteration of Android, the developers update the apps to the new operating system. And so you get your security patches and stuff like that. And Android just, you know, I don't know. Android is a mess. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm frustrated about it. I don't know why Android hasn't got themselves back on, trying to get themselves on track. Even think about it. When Steve Jobs used to talk about this long time ago when he was alive, he used to get up there and show this big pie graph. And everybody in the audience was giggling because it was true. And to this day, it's gotten worse.
Yeah. Well, because isn't this partly a carrier issue, though? Isn't this the carriers not always pushing out the updates? I mean, that's my understanding of it. This is a problem with the carriers. So I don't know how Android goes to the carriers and is like, get with it. Like, you have to push out these updates. Well, like, why are the carriers allowed to control this?
Well, here's the thing. When Apple push out their updates, does the carrier have any? They don't have no say so. They better push it out. That's the point. That's the thing. If Apple can do it, just listen. I don't want to make these. Yeah, let's make it out of an Android.
Yeah, it's an Apple Android thing.
This is an Apple Android thing. But what I'm saying is, if Apple, when they say iOS 12 come out September 15th, you best believe I don't care what nobody say, it's coming out. Yeah. So that's the point.
I also get hyped for that, man. By the time we get to June, we get to like Worldwide Developers Conference. I'm like, new iOS, new iOS, new iOS. So by the time they release like the beta program, I'm like, yes. They're like, don't do it on your primary phone. I'm like, it'll be fine. Yeah. I'm like, it's all good. I won't run it on my iPad. I can make calls on that if I need to. But I get hyped about a new operating system. So yeah, that goes in immediately on every device we own. And I love it. But I just, if they can push it without the carriers, Android can figure out a way to push it without the carriers, because it hurts all Android users, right? But Dexter Cumberbatch made a great point and asked, we need stats on how many flagships have the latest version of Android. So are the people buying the flagship phones getting the latest updates and that? Because if not, if I was an Android user and I had $1,000+ phone and I can't get the update because my carrier won't push it, I would be pissed. I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed.
And that's the point that I was trying to make to a lot of people when people argue me down about updates. I say this a lot, man. If you pay $1,000, think about it. I got a $200 phone, Motorola phone that's got Android 8.0 on it. A $200 phone, so it kind of like, okay, if my $1,000 phone don't have the update, if my $200 phone have updates, then people argue me down about this. People disagree with me cold-heartedly about this, especially when they come down to Android, because they've been loving Samsung Galaxy 9 and 8. They love it. They say, easy. Why? I don't want no updates. And I'm saying to myself, man, what? It's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Because updates.
Yeah. What I was confused about was when it showed the list of carriers of how many of them had the fake updates. Google was one of them.
Yeah.
The security patches. I just sent y'all a link to that article. I was just like, they were talking about how many security patches come out and how many are actually real security patches.
Could you imagine they just changing just the name, like they just changing the word to text?
Yeah.
Right? But they're not actually doing
that's
the updates.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
That is to me that's 100% reason to leave Android. Right there. When they're telling you this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When they're telling you that, to me, right? People say, well, I love my Android. I understand that, but I'm just saying that when they faking security patches and they're getting caught.
Yeah, like T-Mobile.
Yeah,
which is crap. I mean, the carriers shouldn't have that control. Like, you get my money, you provide me cell service, back off. And Gary Brown what was Gary saying? That he buys a Pixel unlocked to get all the updates. And then somebody else was mentioning a way to if you get them unlocked, you can get the updates, which just shows you that this is a carrier problem. If you're getting the updates on your unlocked device, that the carriers are cock blocking it, and that's some bullshit.
It's too many skins.
Well, they want to put
Android, then you got the manufacturer.
They want to add their stuff to it.
You got the carrier skin.
So how much is Android making allowing the carriers to do that then? Is access being sold to allow the carriers to throw all their skins in it? The carrier can't throw shit into iOS.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. They want to put their bloatware into Android, though. They want you to have the Verizon this and the Verizon that. You know.
Right, but Apple's lawyers were like, You get to if you're lucky, I will let you have my phone and my customers. Yeah. Otherwise, we will put up our own white cell towers, and they will be streamlined. Johnny Ive will love them, and they will be gorgeous, and they will be the best cell towers ever. And you can all suck it. And the carriers were like, oh no, please, Apple, give us your phones. But then they screw over Android. Like, don't treat two different iOS systems differently, I think, unless they're paying to put that stuff in there. If they're paying to put the bloatware in there, then the Android users need to say, hey, this is crap, and we're not putting up with it.
But that's the problem with open source platforms. For example, WordPress kind of has like an open source platform in it. So let's say you running your website on WordPress, and they came out with a new security patch on it, and you didn't update your website with that new security patch. It's open platform, so they're not going to make you.
But it's at least available. I mean, some of these Android phones, it's not available.
Right.
It is available. They're just not giving it to us.
Yeah, but at least on WordPress, I can go in and get that update. Yeah, I can do it. User controlled.
No, I'm just saying that's the problem with open source platforms, is that you kind of have the freedom to choose whether or not you want to update. Because even some people, they delay the updates. They stop the updates from even coming on their phones and stuff like that. So I don't know. I do wish that Android would get a little bit more close, but not too much, because I don't know. It's
because everybody likes their free Android stuff.
Yeah. I did that thing about the IPTV smarters, but they have it for iOS. For Apple, for iOS. So that's cool too.
Yeah. So I mean, I actually downloaded the app because before you did the video, I was thinking how I was going to do the video. I was going to do it for iOS, but you did it for Android. But I do have the smallest TV on my phone with the same thing, the code, the password, and the IP address, right? So I mean, look, here's the thing. I think this phantom about Android and iOS, right? And I think some of this stuff can be debunked. Is that people believe that it's certain things you can do on iOS that you can't, on Android that you can't do on iOS. It's true to a certain extent. If you, Android and iOS basically have the same apps. All right, maybe 99% of the average consumer apps. All right, so just make sure we say that, not the techies, because techies like to tinker around and siloed APKs and stuff like that. No. I'm talking about in the App Store. Mm-hmm. It's about what when it comes down to apps. Now on the Android side, they like, you want to make your home screen pretty and all that stuff like that. Well, you download launchers and custom packs and all that stuff like that. You make your icon change color and all that stuff. I understand that. Most iOS users, and this is what I figured out by talking to my daughter and a whole lot of people that have iPhones. They just want it to work. They just want their HomeKit to work. They just want the updates. When they do FaceTime, it works great. When they got their blue bubble, when they texting each other, it works great because they don't answer nobody that don't have a blue bubble. It's just one of those things that it works.
Are you calling us elitist?
I am.
Look, you got one friend in a group text that doesn't have the blue bubble, and it screws everything else up.
The whole thing. Get out of the chat. It screws
up the whole group text. All of it. It screws up all of it.
Get out of the chat. We have GroupMe. We have 1,000 other ways to communicate. You don't get a text message group chat with me. All these green bubbles. I can't share GIFs I want to share. I can't tap and like and laugh at something because now I'm getting a text message. Sharice laughed at your message. No, that's stupid.
And you try to send something with fireworks or balloons or confetti, and then you get the weird text back.
They get a text message that says that Emily sent a message with fireworks. No.
It's not the same.
I don't mess with those green bubbles. They ruin the whole way that I communicate in text messages. No.
Yeah, the first time I got a text message, it said somebody liked my text. I was like, huh? Is this fake? I
love it. Being able to like and respond to texts in iMessage in group text is like literally the only way I can keep up with some of my group texts. It is life, and I love it so much. And I love the being able to share the screen things because you can feel it. You send the balloon heart that blows up. You can actually feel the helium blowing up in the balloon when you have the volume on and stuff because of the way it vibrates. Same with the fireworks. You could hear and feel them in your phone. It is a complete sensory experience. I love it.
Hey, I made my first payment. I'm going to say this with iOS using Apple Pay through a text message. And I did it I was kind of sketchy, but I did it for the first time. Like, it works, okay, it works through text messages. All right, cool beans. All right. Think about this. Look, I'm not becoming an eye sheep, guys. I just want y'all to know this. I'm just being
Too late. Listen, too late. You've been drafted.
I'm being a realist here. Think about this. A 4.5-year-old MacBook. I bought it to Apple. I did this all on camera. I bought it to Apple. They fixed it with no problem, free of charge. Now, I know if I would have bought a Microsoft PC to Windows, to Microsoft, they would have given me the middle finger, tell me to get out of here. That's one thing. Second thing is, I've been to Apple Store so many times where my daughter say, Daddy, my phone ain't working right. The first thing I do, set an appointment on my phone. I walk to the Genius Bar. Two things going to happen. They're going to take my phone and tell me come back in a couple hours to go fix it. Or they're going to give me a brand new phone. Now, that to me, and I didn't even have Apple Care, guys. I'm going to tell you that. I don't have Apple Care on nothing, but I've got free phones.
That's really cool.
I walk in there, they give me a free phone. So when you're paying $1,000 for a phone and you walk into an Apple Store and they give you a free phone, say, hey, listen, no questions asked, no strings attached. Do you want me to transfer your contacts and all that? No, I got this. That you talk about brand new battery, brand new this, brand new. I mean, you at square one. Now, to me, if I break my Galaxy S8 or 9 or whatever, who I bring it to? Can I get it fixed in one day?
I can answer that for you.
Can I get my glass in Louisiana? Where can I go in Louisiana and get my glass fixed?
I got my Note 8 fixed in 3 days.
In 3 days.
It's not the same day. Oh my God.
No, because it was
I can't get my iPhone.
Mm-hmm. No, it was because it was the holiday.
Sharice and I are on the same page.
Because it was April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day is not a holiday. You mean Easter? It was Easter.
My LG took longer than that.
No, it was April Fool's Day. Oh yeah, because it was the same day. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Sorry, my bad.
Like April Fools, they should not stop them from fixing your phone.
Guess what? We're not fixing your phone. April Fools.
So Kimmy, question: you get the P20 and you make a mistake and drop it and break it. Who gonna fix it?
She's gonna buy a new one on eBay.
That's the risk I'm gonna take, because I'm not gonna have, like, my imports aren't covered under warranty. So but I haven't had any issues out of my.
I understand that, but you cross your finger.
But it's pretty.
You cross your fingers. Say, I'm gonna pay $700, and I'm crossing my fingers. I'll never have a problem.
No. Software, you know, I don't pay $1,100. I ain't paying $1,100. You know better than that. $700. That might be how much it's supposed to count, but it'd be $700-800. Yeah, for that one.
$700-800 for a phone. You cross your finger that you don't have no software issue or no bad cameras or no hardware issues, because if you have any one of those three, you FUBAR.
Knock on wood. None of my imports have had issues. No, seriously. I had to send my LG back. It took a week for my LG to get fixed when it had the boot loop issue. But I had a backup phone. If I didn't have a backup phone, I'd be screwed.
But Kimmy also keeps her phones like inside a stuffed rabbit. So her phones are protected. Like her phones are covered.
But what if
you're right.
I'm being devil's advocate, but what if you have a software issue? That's the whole thing. What if you got a glitchy software? You get it in a month later, all of a sudden you got a boot loop issue and you can't fix it. You try to
take it. I had that happen. Yeah. I wasn't getting the update so that I could get to Bixby, and I called AT&T that was having a problem, and then I took it to Best Buy and they did the update, the software and update and everything, and it was free. Right. So I have options in my areas, is what I'm saying. Luckily, so I have. Samsung works with Best Buy, so if there's any software issues that they can't fix over the phone, I just take it over to Best Buy and they fix it. And then if I have any hardware damage, then I can take it over to I Break You Fix, and then they fix it there. It usually takes 24 hours, but because of the holiday, it took a little bit longer. But they don't fix water damage still, so that's kind of whack.
Yeah.
This will be my most expensive import to date. When I go through my imports, my Xiaomi was $200 and something. Mm-hmm. I can wear that.
Yeah. My
Mate 10 was $500 and something. I put those two together and I paid for a Samsung.
Word.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
My iPhones cost me like $100 because I always sell the last one to upgrade to the new one.
I always sell them. Yep, I always sell them. Gazelle, man. It's like, here you go. Give me a new one. I'm basically just leasing phones at this point. But I've had the iPhone 10 is actually the first one I have not had to go in at about the 6-month mark. Every other phone, I buy phones on release day. I am up till midnight. Catwoman was with me live trying to get this phone. Trying to order.
That was fun.
I am up at midnight. I am getting my phone. Like, that is coming on launch day. I am stalking my UPS driver. She gets presents at Christmas. She knows to come by my house. It's my FedEx driver now because they switched. But every other phone I had that weird glue issue on the white, like, iPhone 4S. And I had the drop gate on whichever one it was. And every time I just took it in, they're like, oh, no issue. Here you go. It's not even a thing. I get to say hi to my friends at the Apple store, who I love, and Apple employees are like there. Like, I walk into Best Buy, I'm like, I was here 2 weeks ago. Who are all you people? I walk into Apple, I'm like, what's up, John? Good to see you. How are the kids? I mean, my Apple store people are there. They are people that have been at that store, people who knew me back when I waited in line for 12 hours for a phone. Like, we've been through things.
Well, Dexter asked the question of why they don't have they do have a forever plan, iPhone Forever.
I think he's asking why we don't use it.
Why don't do it? Yeah, he's saying why don't.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. The forever plan is a scam. Don't do it, because here's the thing: you lease the phone. All right, you lease the phone, so you pay a fee up front, which is maybe $200-300 up front, right? Then you leasing it through the year that the next iteration come out. Here's a problem: if you send the phone back, let me give you an example. I got an iPhone here with a ding on it. If I send the phone back and I got a ding on it, look at that. This a bad ding on it. All my screen is cracked, so I got a ding screen crack, and I send that phone in. oh, they gonna give you some problems. So you gonna pay for that phone. They ain't gonna give it back to you neither, but you gonna pay for that phone. And not only gonna be paying for that phone, but you're gonna be paying for the new phone too. So your bill will go up, and they're gonna tell you, well, sir, I'm sorry, you know, that phone had some issues and some problems of water damage and the cracked screen.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't valued correctly. So the problem is those that phone have to be almost in pristine condition when you return it. And who does that for a year and a half? I mean, come on, bad enough we baby phones right now, right? I know, but we do. But most people, I see people that don't even buy cases.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Cracked screens everywhere.
I mean, you got cracked screens everywhere.
The cracked screens are so, you know, y'all know I'm a nerd. You know, I go out and play Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has added these community days, so I'm out with like 80, 100 people. The cracked screens, they actually give me anxiety. Like I'm looking at people playing Pokemon on these screens. What is happening over there? Like, what?
How do you live?
I am nicer to my phone than I am to my children.
I could not get my phone if I had a cracked screen.
No,
that would be getting fixed that day. No 3 days. I don't care what the holiday is. You fixing my phone today.
I get mad if my phone has a scratch. I get pissed. Like I cannot.
Yeah,
my husband scratched my Apple Swell bottle this week. I'm still a little angry. It's hard to talk about, but I got a Swell bottle that has the Apple logo on it from the flagship when I was up there, and he scratched it. I still can't talk about it. But Total Tech donated. So Total Tech, shout out on the super chat.
Super
chat. A question for us?
No, my main issue, Dexter, with why I wouldn't do any plan like that, depending on your carrier, and it's the case with most carriers, you never own that phone. No matter how many months you pay for that forever plan, you paying for it forever. Because you never own it. No matter how much, if I end up paying the $1,100 that phone would have cost me out of pocket, or however much phones cost these days,
right?
I'm still paying them $35 a month, or however much I agreed to pay them every month. So that's why I personally don't like those kinds of plans. I know with AT&T it's a little bit different, but with most carriers, you pay it in perpetuity.
I'm just going to say that with AT&T, you cannot get your phone traded in. Their next plan is so terrible that they'll be like, oh, we don't have your phone. I gave you my phone 5 months ago. Why am I still fighting over a bill? Oh, AT&T. I won't.
I actually went back, Emily, and I listened when I was at work. I had you in my ear, and I was listening to you every single episode going off on what happened with AT&T. I was mad. They all hung up on you. They were sending you to the wrong department. You're like, I'm in the wrong department. They would keep you in the same department. I'm like, whoa! I was getting so mad with you.
I sent them a bill for my time. I'm like, this is my hourly rate. I have dealt with this billing issue over like $300 for like 76 hours of my time. Here is my bill for $15,000 or whatever it was. We didn't check with the chat room what everybody was drinking. And this I posted on Instagram. I was trying this new tonight. So this is the Angry Orchard Hard Cider Rosé. And I've already downed one. It's really good.
Yes, it is.
And I've got my little handcuff bottle opener here.
That's so cute.
Nice. I need one of those.
Dongle time. I mean, but it's like a finger cuff. It's not like you can't do much with this. But you can finger cuff it. But that's about it. But what are you guys drinking? And chat room, you guys play along at home.
Got my 48-ounce kombucha.
Holy shit, that's a lot of kombucha.
I wouldn't make it to the stream. I'd be on the can. Tar Heel Red.
Nice.
I actually have that orchard stuff. I'm going to get it, but I'm drinking some straight stuff here that only
you can't remember what's in it.
I don't know what's in it.
Oh, that's real straight.
Crown Raw special. This is a Crown Raw special right here. But I do have some of that orchard stuff. I'm gonna go grab it in a minute.
This is really good. It's really good. I really like it.
It's wonderful.
I'm gonna start bringing this to parties instead of beer. I like it.
Ooh.
I'm about to go grab mine. Y'all talk among yourselves.
You are not. You are going to the bathroom. That's exactly what you are.
Emily, he's
his way of trying to play it off.
That was his segue out of the room.
He's like, whoop, whoop. Chat room. Unless my chat room's not up. What are you guys drinking? D Jenkins is going for straight tequila shots. I mean,
damn.
Jenkins, that is get it. I mean, some days are for rosé, some days are for Jose. I'm not gonna judge. Gary Brown's drinking Fiji water. I will judge that. Mark is drinking mango Ciroc. Total Tech is drinking Remy.
I asked Total Tech if he had a question for us, and he said he's too drunk to ask a question.
I like it. Then you should just keep donating. Good job, Total Tech. Yeah. Melissa was saying that I am so excited to get a pack after baby. Yes, Melissa Whaley Tax just got out of tax season and is having her 4th baby in about 10 days here. So it's like taxes and children. And then I will send you the Angry Orchard, Melissa. You don't have to buy it yourself.
Oh, look, Eric has his Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard.
It is.
Oh, that was a quick.
Look, he tried to come back fast, so we didn't think he went to bed.
That was the fastest he has peed in his life.
Yes.
Especially on this show.
He ran to the bathroom. He was like,
Total Tech
has a lot of water connoisseurs in here. Mia Olivero, my twin sister, she's drinking Brita water.
I mean, Brita's
Aquafina on ice.
And then Zidane was drinking Aquafina on ice. So we got a lot of water connoisseurs.
We got a lot of water. It is fancy, but it is a Wednesday for everybody.
It is a Wednesday.
So, you know, it is. It is.
It's a Wednesday for me too. I'm with the water drinking fam tonight. I'm already so tired. Anything resembling alcohol would just push me right over the edge, and I'd be snoring in about 5 or so minutes. So no.
It's okay. Water's good too.
Yeah, you know,
my
10
minutes starts tomorrow at 3:30.
10-minute tech is having an after surgery chaser. I imagine that's oxycodone or weed.
Oh, he said Percocet.
We support you, 10-minute tech.
My sister said Water Wednesday.
Mia is correct.
It'll be me next
Water
week.
Wednesday.
Water Wednesday.
It is not me. We're just going for it. All right.
We did have a question earlier.
We did.
From Uno Nice. Let me go up to his question.
And then we have to unbox this new case.
Yes.
Catwoman, you're going to have to pull up the Amazon picture because I am concerned that it doesn't look the same. So let's do Uno Nice's question and then.
So this
and I was going to ask, which color did you get?
Let's have the same question.
I saw they had 3.
They want to know, why doesn't Samsung have stores like Apple? What's up with that? Please explain.
They're not as cool.
Samsung don't love y'all like Apple love us.
Yeah, because they but what they're doing, this is what I was told by the peeps over at iBreak You Fix. No wait. iBreak I got it right.
Okay.
iBreak.
Yeah, they said that basically what Samsung is doing is instead of making their own stores, what they're doing is they're outsourcing their stores. So they see who in the area is really good at fixing cell phones. It fixes a lot of Samsung stuff and have a good, whatever, and then they partner with them. So like right now, iBreak You Fix.
But Apple does that too.
Apple does that too.
They do that. They have Samsung.
Sharice, don't get her started. She'll say Samsung don't love her no more.
I'm just saying. No, I'm at peace with it. I know that I'm just a side chick to Samsung. I've come to terms with that. I have unrequited love.
Hey, to Mia on the super chat.
Oh, what's up, Mia?
Thank you, Mia.
Oh, thank you, Mia.
Woo-hoo, Mia.
So basically, that's why Samsung's being cheap, and that's how they're doing it. So we'll see how that works out.
You know what, though? It makes so much sense because when it comes to building retail locations, it's just not profitable anymore. So if you can stick your retail location inside of a Best Buy, why not? Best Buy's covering the liability, the employees, the build out, everything, and you get to have your store in there. They earn income too. I mean, it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah. When the whole Note 7 thing happened, Samsung had to let go a lot of their employees at Best Buy stores.
Yeah.
So that cut down on stuff. So
Well, the thing about it is, when you go to Apple Store, they got 1,000 employees sitting in there. Don't you love when you go to Apple Store?
Yeah.
You got all the employees. Hey, how you doing? You want milk and cookies? I mean, what do you need?
The Apple Store. My biggest problem with the Apple Store, I will go in for one thing and I will end up buying way more stuff. Like it's like Costco and Target, and I don't get out for under $200. So it's dangerous.
Is it the Apple Store? It's like the Amazon store. You can walk in and just scan what you want, walk out the door.
Yes, you can.
That's what makes it more dangerous. I never have to have human contact. I see it, I want it, I own it, I'm gone.
I'm gone. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I needed a dongle. I actually needed a dongle for my hard drive for my iMac. I needed a dongle. I needed a dongle. And I ordered it online and just went and picked it up. But my Apple Store now, you guys, my Apple Store delivers.
I would be poor.
My Apple Store will do delivery in an hour for $8.
Oh my gosh.
It's $8. It's $8.
You guys, Tutorial League has the skinny for us. He said Samsung is not welcome to the United States. They're not being cheap. They're everywhere in the world, just not the States.
What, they're getting hated by who?
What,
if you want to buy a retail location, you can have a retail location.
Yeah, the USA is not the center of the world, so they don't need a store. Oh, snap, Zach. What's up with the
Canada is?
Let me go ahead and Luke
Samsung's doing more business in Canada than the US. I don't think that sounds legit, but you know.
I think that they're just for cost sake and stuff like that. I think that's
I'm thinking if they don't love y'all like Apple love us.
See, I can't go to the Apple Store. It's too dangerous. You've spent too much money.
I know spend the money, man.
That's why I feel like when I go to the dollar store.
And Timothy Baxter is saying
you can ball out in the dollar store, Catwoman.
Yes, you can.
You pick up.
People hate behind me because I'm like the cart's like.
I mean, think about it. You go to Apple Store. You got something hanging on a peg, right? You got your app open. You just scan it or whatever. You pay for it, and you just walk out the door.
Yep, it was great. Our Apple Store locally, we were talking about how much they make. And I think they released these numbers a while ago, but square foot for square foot, Apple's more profitable than Tiffany. I mean, they are some of the most profitable retail stores because per square foot, they make so much money. So yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Hit the like button, please. There's only 11 likes on here. And then I gotta put everybody's links out on here. Let me go ahead and do that too. So while that's happening, I'll
do the unboxing.
And then you can unbox.
Wait, no, you gotta pull up the Amazon picture because this doesn't look as cool.
Well, that's why I said which color did you get? Because they had
I got the one that looked like the Twilight Huawei. That's what I got.
Because that iPhone?
Yeah, it's a case.
Yeah, I tweeted her a link.
She tweeted me a link, and I'm like, I am buying that shit immediately. And then we had a whole conversation on Twitter about how we were going to unbox it. So I'm going to unbox it. Let me take off I'm going to take the case off my Apple, my iPhone right now, and be ready for y'all.
You say it's going to look like the Twilight P20?
It's supposed to.
That's what it's supposed to look.
I'd be so stoked.
Catwoman's gonna pull up the
Hey, why are you playing? They got it for Samsung. They got it for the Note, the 8, the 9.
There you go.
They got it for all the Samsung phones too.
I'm stoked. I got to see it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look as shiny.
Oh, that's
so I don't know.
So.
Yeah.
It
doesn't look as shiny.
Okay, so I got. Wait, Catwoman, where'd you go?
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
There you are.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, can y'all send me that link though?
Yeah,
we're gonna put the link in the show notes. We'll put the link in the show notes.
To Sharice too.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like in the case, and my light is reflecting on it, but it looks matte. It does not look all, amazing. Glossy. And so I got the third one. I didn't get the blue one. I got the purple one. So if you go to the third one, Catwoman, in that link, we'll show you what it's supposed to look like.
So you're going to go to this one, the blue one?
No, I didn't get the blue one. I got the purple one.
Oh, I wasn't in the purple?
I thought the blue one looked more like the
That's the one I was in.
Oh, is that the one you were in?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your screen back up.
Oh.
Oh,
side by side. That's the
it?
purple one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, you're right.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So
That
it
is
is
pretty.
supposed to be very
Shiny.
it's supposed to look essentially
Go to
like
the
the
purple.
Huawei and be kind of
Oh.
holographic.
We lost Sharice.
Where'd
Oh,
Sharice go? All right, well, we're unboxing.
She's
Sharice,
back.
I love you.
She's
There you go, girl.
Sorry, that was my bad. I hit a button.
You were trying to click on the link.
All right.
let's go.
So it looks very matte in the bag. It does not look shiny. So it is in this little bag. Nuts. Oh, it's shiny when it comes out of the bag.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. So it was this, whatever this was to protect it, made it look very
Yeah, it
matte,
was
but
matte.
that is
I want it. I
very
need it.
holographic.
Wow.
All right. Let's put it on an actual phone.
Ooh.
It's very thin. And it is
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Pretty.
Oh, yeah.
very pretty.
Oh,
I need
that's
it. I've never
nice.
needed anything more in my life.
It is
I want
very
it so
pretty.
bad.
It came in
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 days. Oh, and I reflect. Like this is like mirror. You can put your lipstick on in this and your whole face
word.
of makeup. This is very reflective, but it reflects all the way up the back. It is
Look at
gorgeous.
Sharice's face.
God, it's gorgeous. Sharice, it's gorgeous. Okay. It is already covered in fingerprints. So if that's going to make you crazy,
No,
It's-
that's fine.
it's
Oh,
already
that's-
covered in
that's
fingerprints.
nice.
But it's the most beautiful case.
My hands are really dry. I'm not oily. I'll take it.
That is nice.
It's very thin. So there's no, it's very, very thin, very plastic. It feels sturdy. It is,
It's hard. Yeah.
There's a pink
it's
one.
gorgeous.
Oh, that's
Yo,
nice.
they are
There's a
beautiful.
pink one.
There's a fingerprint.
there's a
Yes,
pink one.
Timothy Baxter fingerprints immediately. Like
Yeah.
immediate fingerprintage.
But that's how the phone is too, though.
But that's how the phone's
That's
gonna
why I
be.
said
I mean,
okay.
it's
So these are all the 3 colors. This is what the pink one looks like. That's the peach. Oh, I don't
it
know.
is gorgeous. It's
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous. I can't. I've got a
Buying it
little
right
pop
now.
socket that's gonna go on this, but it is. God, maybe I won't put a pop socket. It's gorgeous, and it's very
I'm glad you
holographic.
like it.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so great.
Good recommendation.
Great recommendation.
No.
Because that I'm telling you,
My
girl, that Huawei
coworkers
is
get mad
beautiful.
at me because I send them links to stuff all the time, and they say, "Stop spending my money."
But
So
do you
I find
send,
crap and like,
Well, are you sending affiliate links though? I mean, you better be sending these links where you get some kickback,
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
girl.
Well, let's look at it
We're gonna
again.
talk offline. We're gonna talk offline. We're gonna talk offline
Okay.
about that. I'm gonna put this in my influencer store on Amazon immediately.
That is nice. Ooh,
It's. I mean, look at the reflection on that.
that is nice.
It is reflective AF, and it changes colors. Siri, I'm not talking to you. It changes colors as you move it. It is very holographic and reflector. Yes, Sean Vega Velez, I could blind a mugger with this case, but we wouldn't get that far. I wouldn't need to blind them with my case.
And I
They
will
would-
have it on Friday. Thank you.
Word.
Gorgeous. What color did you get, Sharice?
I got the pink.
I can't wait to see
It's
it.
so
You better
pretty.
unbox that on your channel so I can take a look
Oh,
at
you
it.
know I am. You know I am.
Well, we unboxed it live because nobody's got time for that. But I can't wait to see yours.
People were asking for the link in the,
I'm
in the
actually-
chat. Put it on there.
I'm actually.
Everybody else's links too.
well, if you
Good.
do a search, have it for Samsung products as well.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
iPhone.
It is. I was nervous looking at it in the bag all week. I was actually a little depressed but this really cut down on the it just looked matte, completely matte in the bag, and I was a little sad. So
I put the title of it as well.
I'm so happy. Great things that come from China.
Yes. I'm
I'm
actually looking
One of
for.
them.
No, here we go. I found it. Oh,
Hit the
there-
link, Eric. Links in the
I-
chat. That better be an
Okay.
affiliate link.
No,
Megalita.
it's just the regular link.
People.
I see
Y'all are
it.
missing out on free money.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
y'all.
The money.
I'm trying to do this the fastest possible. 'cause
I appreciate you. This is gorgeous. It is very fingerprinty, but it's got anything that's reflective is going to be fingerprinty. You guys can see the
Mhm.
fingerprints already, but that's the way it's going to be. But it is really gorgeous and worth it.
Mhm.
So,
13
and it's
bucks.
not- yeah, it's not an expensive
it's-
case.
It's $13. So yeah.
oh,
Okay.
it's so pretty.
Yeah, I got one coming. Yeah. I just ordered mine.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Scrumptious. Scrumptious picks phone cases.
Mhm.
Yep.
He's like a
yes,
phone
not just
stylist.
rabbits. Not
Oh,
just rats.
scrumptious. Are you talking about the Huawei?
Yes.
Talk to me, girl. Talk to me. You
Oh,
put
I'm
in the
waiting
chat,
because
you rejected the blue and you are waiting on the Twilight or pink gold.
Yes. The pink gold is a gradient too. So it goes from like gold to pink. There's a peach color in the middle.
This looks just like the Twilight one.
Yes, it does.
On a gray phone, it would be just on fire. Anyway.
Somebody put
I'm
in
glad
the
you like it.
comments.
I
Somebody put in
love
the
it.
comment, Dave King said, I love the show. Hope we can all collaborate one day. Hit me up in the email, and we can just get some stuff together. So
DVD.
listen, all right. So people always ask me this question: how could they come on the shows, and how could they do collaborations with me and stuff like that? If you go to my YouTube channel, they got a link, and it has my email address. Hit me up on the email. I'll forward it to Kevin, and Kevin to set it all up. He's the one that does the shows, by the way. So send it to Kevin, and Kevin will take care of business. So if y'all guys know Kevin, if y'all hit him up in the email, or you go to easycomputersolutions@gmail.com and send me all your information. And Kevin will get back with you, definitely. Or Catwoman, one or the other.
You're gonna give me an Easy Computer Solution email?
Yeah, I thought you had one. I thought you had access to it. I don't know. Gotta get with Kevin.
Okay.
Gotta get with Kevin. So let's see. Well, what is the name of it? Somebody asked. Oh, you put it
in the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
you put it in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, I put the link, and then I also put the name of it, like the whole full name as well. So you can search that.
So Kimmy, with all this crap that's going on with Huawei, are you going to stay a Huawei fan?
Yes. I'm an underdog fan for real. I haven't had a Samsung since the Note, the Fan Edition.
Yep.
Right.
So that's the last Samsung I had. I'm sticking with my imports.
But let me ask you this question. I mean, because we hear reports that Huawei is just done with the U.S. Might be done with the U.S. So if they're done with the U.S., you think you possibly might have carrier problems?
I don't think so. I ain't worried about it right now.
Okay. If you start having a carrier problem, I would start selling.
Because they only banned it. I think it is banned in Australia. That's the only country that said, hey, we're not letting them go on our networks at all. Australia.
Says no email.
I have a question about that for you guys.
Uh-huh.
So I know that one of the things that we've discussed is that, and I do hear this a lot, it's like, so what? Like, what if Huawei and ZTE are spying on Americans? The United States spies on their own people like all the time. But I mean, is it really okay for another country to invade our privacy? Is it? Is it okay if our government knows that another country is spying on us? That it's okay because they spy on
invading
other
our
people?
privacy. I don't think it's the fact that our government is mad because our government they're not letting our government invade our privacy. I think that's more the issue than them invading our privacy.
Yeah, I don't think that they really are. I don't think China is really doing it. But I'm just wondering though, because what I've heard a lot is, well, the United States does it all the time, which I'm like, okay, but that still wouldn't give another country the right to spy on us. But I don't think that China is spying on us. Nobody has anything to say?
I have lots to say. I just have children that want to come say hi. Sorry. I have feelings, but I don't think it's about them spying. I think it has more to do with the U.S. protecting our large industries' intellectual property rights more than it does. Like, this is, I think, backlash on the fact that China does violate intellectual property rights of U.S. companies all the time. So I think this is more tit for tat than, oh, you're spying on people. I don't think spying on people is the huge, I don't think that's the biggest concern. That might be the easiest one to sell, but I think it's more business related than, oh, they're spying. I think it has more to do with intellectual. China doesn't respect U.S. intellectual property rights. And it's like, I've got the trademark on that. I've got the patent on that. And China's like, yeah, I don't care.
That doesn't apply here. I don't care.
I don't care. Which is why everything gets knocked off. They're like, we manufacture it here. We're just going to remake it. So screw you. And I think that, yeah, so I think that this is just kind of tit for tat on that. But apparently China has said that the Chinese government is going to start locking down how they treat intellectual property rights and patents that are produced in their country, because I think companies are threatening to pull out. And the president is saying, hey, companies, we will make it more affordable for you to do business in the US. I mean, it's never going to be $3 an hour for labor, but we will make it more affordable for you to do business in the US. Don't stop manufacturing in China. Start manufacturing in the US. Forget it. And I think that freaked out China. And they were like, okay, we'll try to do better.
I hope so, because I remember when even now when like movies come out early, it's a lot of them that have the Mandarin and Cantonese subtitles on them. So definitely right about the intellectual property. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll still watch. I don't mind the subtitles.
And see, that stuff bugs me. I'm like, you know what? If you get a patent on it, if you create it, it's your property. You deserve to decide how it gets sold. You deserve to have control over that.
Yeah, that's true.
You got somebody waving you on the side. Oh, she just went. I see somebody on the side of Emily was like, hello. I think there was a son.
Babies.
It's the babies, yes.
Oh.
You know, I think TK was saying that Huawei didn't want to give the government a back door.
Yeah, I saw that video. I see that being a possibility too.
Oh, look, I seen the video, TK. I don't know if y'all seen the video, but Samsung, that he talking about Samsung and the notch. Oh. We've been talking about this, though. We've been talking about this notch. And I'm telling you, I've been telling you, this is going to be crazy, the notch. Everybody going to want the notch. Everybody want to be like Apple. Everybody want the notch. They want to be like Apple. They're going to have some big notches and some small notches, whatever you want.
When Apple released the notch, everybody hated the notch. Everybody's like, we hate that notch. We don't want to see a notch. Why can't they do it without a notch? The notch is the worst thing ever. There were commercials with the dude with the notch in the hair, making fun of the notch, and making fun
Emily,
of the
who made the commercial with the dude with the notch stuff?
It was Samsung.
It was Samsung.
Yeah, it was Samsung. And supposedly they're gonna come out with a notch next phone. No, no, that would be horrible.
That's the best thing ever.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the memes.
You didn't hear about the notch coming on?
I heard. I can't wait.
It's so funny. It's so funny, right? It's like Samsung had to get the Animoji, so we all know where that came from. If Samsung come out with a notch on the Galaxy S10. It's Apple gonna be kicking back, laughing their ass off, and saying,
"They already do. They already have." Because what if they finally come out with a phone that has a fingerprint sensor under the display?
It don't matter. It's still got a notch.
And a notch. How dare you, Samsung? Give it. Samsung, take it away. Oh,
check them.
It's not gonna have a headphone jack. It's gonna have a notch.
You already you've got companies that's got the fingerprint scanner under the screen already.
I know.
It's not like they first.
Huawei
got a phone with the fingerprint scanner under the screen.
Yeah, but I would just suck that if Samsung comes out with the phone that has a fingerprint sensor under the display, but with a notch. I would be so upset. I'd be like, "You ugly!
The notch is coming.
You ugly!"
It definitely is. Go ahead and prepare.
Embrace the notch.
You have months to prepare. Go ahead and mentally get ready. It's okay, Catwoman.
I got mods in the building. Somebody take care of that comment.
What the hell?
Thank you. Somebody try to get 5 minutes of fame.
You should have seen the comments on a chat we were on last night. That was
what happened.
I'm not even going to take our time on the chat talking about it long, but somebody made a bunch of fake YouTube accounts for us and for other people that were on the street, and we're commenting as us.
Who the hell has enough time for that?
That was my question. Every time that we would delete and block one, another one would pop up. So like 3 fake tech couples came in. It was technically T's stream. So technically T came in. Jake Paul, Casey Neistat, MKBHD. Like it was just all these fake things. I'm like, who has this kind of time?
Oh my
God. To make the email addresses and the YouTube accounts and to stalk somebody else's live? like, man, I wish I had enough free time to do stuff like that.
That is horrible. Oh my
It
gosh.
must be nice. I'm just gonna have to be somebody young.
I give him a couple points for creativity, though. Wow.
I mean, that's a lot of energy to hate, right?
Yes,
That's a lot of energy to hate on people.
You could have done so much better with your time. Like, so
You really could. You could have made your own channel with all that time.
I was watching the stream and I did see the Tech Couple 2017 on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Mhm.
They got like 3 videos. They got like 3 videos up there, right? Like 3. I think they stole your photos, right?
They did. They
What?
stole all of our stuff. Yeah, that was funny. too.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like a fake Tech Couple 2017 on Instagram that stole
like
our
an
pictures. I don't know if
obsession.
you
That's
can even
crazy.
see that. Like
Yeah.
they stole our picture and
Oh
our
my
post on
gosh.
Instagram. I'm like, who has this kind of time? But you know what? I'm taking it as flattery because that means we made it. You know, nobody's copying a nobody.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
true.
seen that before.
I-
That's new.
thank you.
I have
I mean,
this
all the
happen
ways
to
send some publicity back to us, so I appreciate it.
I have this happen to clients all the time.
Oh, damn.
Like, oh, it's a real problem that people will
Mhm.
create fake accounts to hate, to spam, and then we go after it. It's like, no, this logo is copyrighted. You can't use it.
Yeah.
Don't make me get my lawyers after you. But it is a real thing that trolls are starting to do, and then going on to other sites, responding on videos as you.
Mm-hmm.
And now taunting your fans and your community, and it's the up and coming biggest problem right now is that people are trying to destroy people's communities by pretending to be them, and it's a huge issue. But you know, the media, most of like YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, you have to be much larger to get verified, but it doesn't matter when you're starting out. Like you're dedicated 10,000 fans and under, it matters. So to have a different verify process for people, I mean, if you're a YouTube partner, why shouldn't you be able to get a verified account? You know, if you are verified on YouTube, why can't you get a verified Instagram? You know, it just seems that that's going to need to be the response to deal with all of it. So, yeah, it's the.
I'm sorry that's happening to you, Cherise.
No,
Yeah,
Cherise, you made it. You big time girl.
That's what I'm saying. We made
You'll
it.
be fine.
I mean, I'll let you guys know, I guess, the next time I'm around here. We did definitely report it to YouTube and to Instagram. God knows when they're going to respond because we still got baby channels on both of those, but we'll see. I mean, it's not a huge thing to me. I think the people that, like, if they do start, like you said, Emily, trying to troll our fan base, the people that watch us, we don't even curse. Like, so if you see somebody in comments cursing you out and saying things of that nature, you know it's not us. You should know our integrity and the way that we carry ourselves. And if you don't, then you weren't really a fan to begin with. So I'm not too sad about it. But you know,
Good point. Yeah.
It is what it is. I hope, like you said, that maybe with us having to go through the whole verifying that we are us and that things are legally ours, that will maybe yield a little blue check mark next to our name.
I think you could ask. I think
on
it's
Instagram.
it's valid to say, hey, because of this, I need you to verify my account. Like, I need you to just go ahead.
That's what I'm pushing for. I'm hoping to, make some lemonade out of these lemons and
Absolutely
get a little check. not a monetary check, but a little verified check.
Yeah.
I want a verified check. I want to be able to swipe up to watch this video. Why can't I get a swipe up? Like, I got business, people. Let me swipe up. No.
Yeah, you need 10,000 subscribers or more. I mean, followers.
Yeah.
Or more to do that.
Yeah.
Y'all hurt Wanda's feelings.
Yeah.
She said that was a real problem.
I'm sorry. I deleted that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, none of us on the panel are doctors. Most of us are women, but none of us are doctors.
But I
We
haven't
should
had that
probably talk to a
issue.
medical
Yeah.
professional about that because I don't have any experience with that particular problem.
She got a problem. She need to go see a doctor.
That's what I'm saying. Whew.
Yeah.
But
This
yeah.
is like we're tech talking current events, but I haven't heard of
Not
any.
that current.
Maybe
Not those kind of events.
Hey, maybe there's an app for that. Maybe it's an app that you can download. Your video.
There might be. There's
Maybe
probably a dongle for that.
a dongle for that.
You know.
Yeah, I guess the moral of the story is the best thing to do is to see your gyno about that. But if you want to ask another question, tech related or something like that,
remove all dongles before you visit.
Because you don't want to go to the gyno, right? You got dongles all stuck in you.
Oh, she just cussed us, y'all.
Oh, did she cuss?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing any of it. So
I removed
no
it.
idea what's
No,
happening.
Kimmy is on it. As soon as it came up, it was gone.
Yeah.
I had it. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
I'm on it, y'all. I got it.
Oh, that is the
Well, shout out to our new viewer this week. Glad you found us.
You should probably go find somebody else for your problem. But,
Well, I mean, we did have that really riveting show about sex robots. I mean, you know, diagnostic sex robots could be a thing.
Yeah, true.
Well, there was a YouTube video that I saw that had like 2 million views that was about the topic in which she is inquiring. So perhaps just Google, type that query into YouTube.com.
Yeah, Google YouTube,
and you'll probably
hopefully there's not video to go with it. Speaking of which, the sex robots conversation came up when we were talking about Ready Player One. Have any of you guys seen it yet?
Oh no, I still haven't. You always ask every week. Now I have to watch it this weekend.
No, but because I need somebody who didn't read the book. I need to know if other people like it because I hated it, and you're angry.
Always gonna, people who read the book first.
If you read the book, you're guaranteed to hate the movie.
I like the Harry Potter movies.
What about A Wrinkle in Time? Did you read the book?
I haven't seen that yet. No, I haven't. But Avengers is coming out, so that needs to happen.
Well, did you read the comic book first?
No.
All right.
Okay, you're going too far. The
comic book doesn't have all the hot men in it. But the movies.
Who's your favorite guy from Avengers?
Oh, Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Thor's your jam. Thor short hair or Thor long hair?
Any hair.
All hair. Hair, no hair. You're a Hemsworth girl. Miguelito, what about you, girl? Catwoman?
I don't have one.
Lies. Is your husband watching? It's okay. Give us a real answer.
Mr. Catwoman be like, oh, she's bad.
No, she might not have one.
Mr. Catwoman's looking at her from across the room.
She might not have one. Do you have two?
It's just it's gonna be so typical if I say it.
Do you have
so typical?
What, Captain America?
Two? No. You're Black Panther.
Oh, well. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
That's your pick then. That's your
pick.
That is my pick.
All right, there we go. There's one.
All right, Kimmy.
That is one. Kimmy?
I don't have one either.
Oh, lies. Come on.
We're not saying like personality, just like look-wise.
Have you not seen the Avengers?
That's the only way you don't have an answer.
Timothy
I've never seen them before.
I have not seen the Avengers.
Any
from the
any of the Marvel? I mean, there's so much. There's so much. It's so good.
Any of the ladies?
Yes, girl. Black Widow, man.
Or did I see the
hot.
Fire.
I like Black Widow too. But I'm gonna go with Scarlett Johansson, even though I just like her character.
Yeah, I do too. She's sassy.
I know. I can't wait for her standalone movie. They did her wrong on Lucy.
They did do her wrong. Yeah. 10-minute tech reviews. How did I know you would say Doctor Strange? Because you all know how deep of a nerd I am. Doctor Strange is my favorite. Prior to that, I wasn't really a Cap girl. I was more of an Iron Man girl, but not because he's hot, but because I love Iron Man because he's sassy.
Yeah.
But did you like the character from Star Wars?
Which one?
Poe? No, not Poe.
What?
Not Poe. But you was talking about the other guy. What's his name?
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Hot AF.
Swole Ren. Swole Ren.
So hot. So hot. So hot.
Oh, Emily got a little perspiration going on.
Well, that's half alcohol, half hot men. I'm just. It's not fair, man. I'm translucent. I cannot block how red I get.
That is funny.
Oh, all I care about is
Sean
seeing
said
Zoe
he came out of
Saldana because Zoe
She
Saldana is
hot.
amazingly hot. She's hot green. She's hot blue. She's just hot. She's hot in any color.
All the colors.
I can't wait to have the Guardians in with all of the Avengers.
Right?
I can't wait.
My brain
can't
can't
wait.
handle it.
There you go. There you go.
Can't handle it.
There you
Well,
go.
we finally saw Thor Ragnarok, and I loved having like Thor and the Hulk and Doctor Strange all kind of in the same place with Loki. It just, the way the movies all fit together, the way that Marvel has taken their universe and really they have a clear direction. Their movies all weave together. As we've gone back to the beginning with my kids, to the beginning of the Marvel movies and gone through them, we're now seeing connections that we saw in Black Panther 4 movies ago, and we're like, wait, what? I had forgotten that happened. God, I love it. Yes, I love it. It's just the way that they sculpted this universe. I don't know how far forward it goes, but I'm along for the ride.
Man. That's Disney. They're like the masters of storytelling.
Yes, they are. And they're going to do it with Star Wars too. And I'm cool with it. I am cool with it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for the next one.
Disney. God, I love it so much. We are waiting to plan our next Disney vacation, and I am just ready.
I'm waiting for my kids to be big enough to appreciate how much money I'm spending on Disney.
Truth.
Some of my friends take like their 2-year-olds. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Because they're free. Because they're free at 2. So if you live in Southern California, kids are free till 3. So for adults who have had passes, because a lot of us grew up going to Disney because it's close. Disney World's a whole different situation than the land. That's a much more expensive and challenging situation. But the land, the kids are free under 3. So it's like, yeah, we'll jam down.
Yeah. I'm going on May 11th with the girls. We're going to go to Animal Kingdom. They have a school trip.
Oh,
awesome.
So I'm going to go there. I'm a chaperone.
You're going to get to go do the new Avatar rides.
Oh my God, I am! Yay!
All the Avatar stuff's over in Animal Kingdom.
Okay, yay! Woo!
You know what I just thought about? I got a birthday coming up.
Your own?
Yeah. Actually,
you just thought about you got a birthday coming.
Yeah,
That would be a great opportunity to take some time off.
Yes.
May 9th is my birthday.
No way. Mine's May 7th.
Yeah, May 9th.
Taurus.
I'm May 7th. My husband is May 5th.
Yes.
Oh, that's
some bulls in the room, huh?
Yeah.
More information than I should share on the internet.
No.
Yeah, a lot of Tauruses.
Oh, I gotta wait till August.
Me
Leo.
too.
When's your birthday?
August 24th.
Mine is
So
the
you're
20th.
closer to Virgo, right?
Yeah, I'm
Real close.
I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. So
Yeah.
I have a little bit of both.
You got a little both.
Yeah.
I do
How
too.
fast you knew that was startling to me, Catwoman. I love
For
it.
real though. She's like, okay, Taurus, Leo, Virgo. Virgo cusp, right?
She's got that
I'm
knowledge.
right there.
I'm September 20.
Oh, you're also Virgo. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, boo.
I can never remember Leo, Taurus. I mean, I know I'm a Taurus, but as far as the other signs, I never could come close.
I have a cousin that's a Taurus. See, I remember people that I know are around that birthday.
Mhm.
So you're around my cousin's birthday, so I know you're a Taurus.
Oh, Sean Vega Velez is a Taurus.
Yes. Yes.
I am such a Taurus. I am all Taurus.
Everybody, tell us what your zodiac signs are. Drop it in the chat.
Yeah, Gemini.
Pamela's a Gemini. TJ's up here as a Capricorn. Same birthday as an ex-boyfriend of mine. Capricorns and Tauruses don't always get along. TJ, I'm just
Are there any Sagittarius in the chat? Those are like my best friends there.
Mm-hmm.
very
I don't know
nice.
why. All
So
my
can we
friends'
talk?
birthdays are in December.
Can we talk a little more tech?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys are seeing this in your cities, but are you seeing all of the borrow bikes popping up? I saw this. Yes, I saw this when I was in San Diego for Social Media Marketing World. They have all these bikes and scooters that you can just rent with an app and it unlocks and then you ride it wherever and just leave it wherever. The city of San Francisco is not feeling it because people are leaving bikes and scooters all over the sidewalks.
Everywhere. They found one in the sewer here recently.
Really?
Yeah.
So the cities are now being regulated, and they are talking about how tech startups are now just implementing stuff and putting it out there. Like all of a sudden I didn't realize that these companies didn't communicate with the cities. They just like dropped all the product. Like, here's all these bikes and the app's on it and the instructions are there, and just dropped products in cities without regulations, without approval, without anything. And they're like, hey, use the app. It's a great idea.
We have 3 different brands of bikes here.
Yes.
3 brands.
Yes. In San Diego, there were 4.
A yellow one and an orange one.
Yep.
Yeah.
In San Diego, there were 4. And they had the powered one, the little powered scooter. It was cheaper than an Uber from my Airbnb to the convention center. I was like, hey, why not? But I didn't realize they didn't have city approval. So the city of San Francisco is like, no, people. You're going to have licenses. You're going to have to be regulated. But the tech is allowing people to just create things and do things in a way that's so different, because they can just say, here's a bike, here's an app, use it when you want to use it, and just drop them in cities. Like you don't even have to, get approval. I mean, now you do, but they've been running for 8 months unregulated. Yeah. So it's crazy to me, but I love that tech's allowing that to happen, where a company can just go, hey, let's give this a try. Let's just put bikes out there for people.
We'll just see what happens. We don't care if the bikes are all over the place. They're in front of bus stops and everywhere else.
Like,
they're everywhere. Right. Well, people, I mean, you've been to Costco. People just simply leave their freaking cart in the middle of the aisle and like walk off.
Yeah. Sometimes I go in and I don't even go in with a cart because I know I'll find one blank.
That's me. That's me. I'm like, I know I'm gonna find someone who all of a sudden had some emergency, abandoned their cart.
Somebody slipping.
So I have one question.
I'm a Jackie for your cart.
Somebody put in the comments. How good is that Project Red iPhone? Don't that sound bitch look good?
It's pretty.
Oh,
it is pretty. Yeah, it is. It's so pretty.
We talked about that last week too a little bit, that Apple's like, hey, it's the middle of the buying cycle and most of you don't want to buy a new phone right now. Here's a pretty one.
I thought they would have dropped that gold one though. Remember the gold one was so rumored for so long?
When we heard the rumor that the gold was going to come out, think of wait.
I saw it on the FCC site.
That's right.
Me too.
So the iPhone 10 gold version, limited edition, supposed to just pop up out of nowhere. People waiting on that thing.
I didn't think it looked that pretty. Do you guys think they looked pretty?
But
I like gold though.
It's the collector's item. That's the point. It's limited edition. When you get limited edition, it's the collectible item right there.
Pokemon guy.
It's gonna be very expensive.
Because how many people are gold plating their phones anyway? You go on eBay and look at the phones and people are gold plating.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'd rather gold plate it. But I mean, when they released that super expensive gold Apple Watch, I mean, like Beyonce had one because Apple gave her one, but nobody else was wearing them. Like I never saw one in the wild. And I live in an area where people drive $1 million cars. Like if I'm going to see it, it's going to be around LA. But I didn't see kind of average people wearing that gold Apple Watch.
That was the first gen.
It was the first
generation Apple Watch. $18,000 phone. No,
that's true.
No, not first generation. Total Tech, he showed off his Red iPhone in a couple of videos. But it's that pretty iPhone, that thing is beautiful. I put my hands on it today at Best Buy.
It's pretty.
And my credit card was in one hand and the iPhone was in the other. I'm shaking like, oh my God, that thing is beautiful. And trust me, I got all the iPhones and I don't have that one. And that thing is on my radar. Oh my God. Cherise, where's the Red iPhone? I know you got
No. I like my iPhone 10. I wasn't going back to an 8 Plus just because they made it red. If they would have made an iPhone 10 red, you shut up and take my money. Like you can have it.
But they might come out with one because if they don't
I do think they missed out on a lot of buyers by not putting a red 10 out.
I think they did because if people are saying that Apple's having like concerns about the units they moved with the iPhone 10, which I don't believe, but if they're saying that, then one easy solution would have been, hey, don't you see it in red? Don't you like it in red?
Yes,
here you go. You know, and I have
get it.
And I would have bought it. So I know that Corey really wants the 8 Plus in red.
The biggest mistake they made last year when they came out the red iPhone with the white face. People hated that.
Yeah.
That was terrible. But now they got
it
the
was
black
horrible.
face. And I think
Make
it's
all
pretty
my
good.
phones blackface.
I don't know. I liked it with the white face, and I kind of wish the 10 had the white face.
Really?
I do.
Oh,
Doesn't that
my
distract you, though?
You said what?
Doesn't it distract you when you're watching videos and stuff?
I imagine that's why they did it on this phone, but no, honestly, I have too much technology around me at any given time for my phone to be the primary way I watch videos in the first place. I have my iPad Pro, I have a TV, I have my Xbox, my MacBook Pro. I have way too many devices. So no, but in all the years I've had devices with white faces, like my iPad Pro, huge, got the 12.9 inch. White bezel all the way around. Never bothered me once watching a movie on it.
Yeah,
See,
it doesn't bother
I
me.
think the notch in white would be distracting.
See,
I
that's
wish
why
mine
I
was
don't mind. I figured that was the case, and that's why I don't mind so much.
Yeah.
I wish that they
Yeah.
could have figured out a way around it, but
But it's confusing because my husband and I, he's got the 8, and I've got the 10, and when they're sitting both down, I can't tell whose phone is who. Like they just look exactly the same. So because I had always had like the rose gold version, always had a white face, and then my husband had the red case, and I had the like a berry colored case, and I could not figure out which phone was mine. They're only slightly different in size. But now that I've got this case that's on fire, yeah, my phone's gonna stay
wait till Friday.
face down, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, there she is.
Mine's coming in Friday too.
There you guys go.
I love like giving tech pronouns.
Oh, absolutely. My phones are always girls.
Mhm.
My HomePod is a boy.
Yeah, I named my
it's just the
car.
way it feels.
Yeah, I mean,
My car's
everything
totally a
has a
dude.
spell.
My phones are girls too. I got one name for my phone.
what is it?
Beyonce.
He's like, hey, baby.
Beyonce.
Can we talk about Beyonce at Coachella for a minute?
Oh my
Yes!
God.
Beast
Oh my
mode.
God.
Can we talk Beyonce at Coachella for a moment?
Yes.
The
It was
best
amazing.
performance I ever saw. The best performance I ever saw. I mean, she really, oh my God. All the years I've been watching her perform, this was the best.
Yeah.
And
But I
watched
think it proved that
twice.
she might not be human. Like,
She's not
there
human.
are things that happened, and I'm like, you have had children.
Yeah.
3.
I saw
2
your
of them
tweets,
were
I'm
very
like-
recently.
How do your abs do that? I'm like, how is your
No.
body going that way? I think Beyonce might actually be superhuman
She is.
/ goddess /
Yeah, there's no might. She
cyborg.
is.
This is a quick question though. Dexter Cumberbatch says if your phone has a dongle, is it still a girl?
Ooh.
Dexter, we don't put her into categories. Sometimes she needs a dongle. She just straps that right on. Sometimes she needs a dongle.
There you go. That's funny.
Did you guys see the meme about how Beyonce had time to change her nail polish color during the performance?
No.
Yup.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's phenomenal.
Yeah. Her nail polish was a different color. 2 different colors. So it was like one hand, like the same hand, it's both exact hands. One was like a lighter color, and then all of a sudden towards the end it was a darker color.
Gary, I'm with you. I agree 100% with you, Gary.
Ooh.
It just went
Oh.
Ooh.
Gary.
Y'all getting fresh tonight.
That is
Y'all are fresh. See, I thought it was cool.
Wow.
I was in the band in high school. I went to Southwest Cab High School in Atlanta, which, for those people who don't know, is the high school our high school band comprised the band in Drumline, like
great.
Atlanta.
Okay.
One of
That
the
was
greatest
my high
movies ever made.
I love drum
Yes, like that
I
was
love
my.
Drumline.
Those were my classmates. Like that was us.
Great.
And a lot of them who have continued with their music careers got to perform with her at Coachella. So I'm seeing them and all their like backstage behind the scenes content. I'm like, why did I stop playing? Beyonce.
You told us before, but what did you play? Remind me.
I played the French horn.
There you go. My son
I
is
played the
currently
flute.
playing the baritone.
Oh,
I was a drumline girl though. So,
ooh.
and then I switched to tall flags because the uniforms are cuter and they had little skirts.
Yeah. My band directors wouldn't let me. I'm like, I really just want to go dance with the band.
I want to go dance.
And they were like, we need you in your position.
Yeah.
You'll be section leader next year. I'm like, yeah, but I could be cute though. Like,
I want to get right. And that's why I left Drumline. And then I think the thing my band director said to me most was, girl, get away from the drum line, because then I wanted to spend all my time with the drum line. So there was never.
I'm right with you, Sharice. I was in the band wanting to be a flag girl, wanting to be a dancer. I'm like, hey, I could be over here. Yeah, I play well, but I want to be over there looking cute. Not in this hot uniform.
Exactly.
Hot uniform versus being cute.
Yeah, exactly. They're all cool, standing with their hands on their hips, and I'm here with my hat, sweating my edges out. I'm like,
we had boots up to the knee. We had sequins. I loved flags, and then my water polo coach made me quit all of it. So whatever.
You have to have upper body strength for all that, right?
I loved flags. But 10-Minute Tech is saying best movie next to what other movie? Gary, 10-Minute Tech, best movie next to Bring It On. And Gary Brown said Nick Cannon can suck it. No, I interpret all Nick Cannon movies suck. Drumline is a phenomenal fucking movie.
Yes,
I am sorry. That's a phenomenal movie, Gary. Yeah. You have no soul.
I know I'm a little biased because those was those are your people.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah. Bring It On 2, the one with Hayden Panettiere and Solange Knowles, was filmed at the high school in my town. That is my fun. Bring It On. Not my high school band, though. My high school band wasn't that good.
We weren't that great either.
We weren't good enough to be in a Drumline. That's for sure.
We threw down in the stands. We get out on the field and we were playing all prissy. And the people were like, "Oh, y'all were throwing down in the stands. What happened?"
I don't know.
Y'all did some cool stuff in school. All I did was opera and gospel.
Opera's cool.
Opera's cool.
Opera's really cool.
You played volleyball for a long time, Scrumptious.
Yes, I played through college. Yeah.
Oh, so you were out there with them tiny little booty shorts.
Yeah, basically. I was, girl,
that's why you had to stand.
And I was like, "This is what we're wearing."
That's why you stand.
No, that's because you can't be cute all the time. Me, my then boyfriend, all our friends, we were at the volleyball games. Like, man. Not before though.
But look, my freshman year, I didn't start.
Nothing about the sport.
I'm sitting on the sideline like, yo, I'm not starting. My friends was like, yeah, Kim, you the finest thing on the bench. I had lipstick on everything. So I'm sitting on the bench. Coach was like, you going in to serve? Because I had a killer serve. I go in like, I gotta go in. I'm looking good. I gotta go in and play. What is up with this?
Sweaty. I got my cute shorts. I'm ready.
I got my underwear. My underwear on. I gotta go play. Okay.
See,
I miss college. College was fun.
College was
fun. College was fun. Man, I tell you.
I mean, it wasn't like $90,000 worth of fun. Like, let's be real.
No.
Yeah.
But at the time,
no.
It's like a good idea because I was like borrowed money, so I didn't really know how much money I was spending until I got out of law school. Because when you keep going, you don't really see the loan totals. I didn't really pay enough attention, and then by the time I got out of law school, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what is that? What did you just say? Yeah. You want me to pay how much a month? Damn it." So welcome to Scales and More. Did somebody say booty shorts?
Yeah. My college friends are going to be here tomorrow. That's why my Friday starts tomorrow at 3:30. So I'm going to have a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
A lot of drinking.
Turn up.
Yeah. That's why drinking starts tonight and continues. Yeah. Water.
What are you guys up to with your drinks? You guys almost done?
I have finished two of these delicious things, and I have moved back into the fine world of water. But these, I mean, this is the thing that Starbucks gets me on. I know we're not going all over Starbucks. Starbucks puts out the greatest cups. I have like 6 different. Oh, I've got 2 sitting right here. But Starbucks puts out the greatest cups.
That is so pretty.
I have so many of them. My kids make fun of me when I come home with a new one. They're like, "Mom, why is there another cup?" I'm like, "Shh, don't tell your father." He's like, "Hun, where'd all these cups come from?" I'm like, "I don't know. They're multiplying. It's so weird.
They're just showing
You
up.
make me laugh because I read one of the comments on the article about everything that was going on this week, and the woman says it has the Statue of Liberty for their logo, and I was like, "That's a mermaid. It is not the Statue of Liberty."
Oh, you idiots!
Oh my!
I cannot.
Yes.
Oh my!
That's why I avoid the comment sections because they just make
It's funny to me. It's entertaining.
Humanity. I'm like, y'all are just. How have you survived this long in life with the way that you think? Like, I cannot. Corey yells at me. Like, anytime he sees me in the comments, he just like ignores me for 2 hours because he knows it's gonna piss me off.
Put you in time.
Like, well, what did you expect? I'm like, but I just want to save them all from themselves. Like, it just.
Oh, you can't say.
Yeah, it took everything in me not to comment back. I was like, not the Statue of Liberty. It's a mermaid.
Not the Statue of Liberty.
Mermaid.
If you guys ever want to laugh at a comment section, look up the video 3 cheese pizza blend recipe.
That is a lot to remember.
Huh?
What? That is a lot to remember.
Right.
I already forgot what you did.
I will put the link. Just watch the video, right? It's just a guy who shows you for a pizza how to make a 3 cheese blend pizza. And he's like, I mix these 3 types of pizzas together. And the comment sections just go off on there like, I'm confused. Can you say that again? Can you repeat yourself? I burned down my house. I love the internet.
Yeah, I like the internet too until I get trolled all day. I love it until they hit me. You suck. You don't know who you're talking about. You the N-word. And yeah, it's all good. But until I get it.
From the bad, there's good comments too. Because I get the comments like, you know what? I don't like looking at your face. I'm like, don't watch my videos.
Then don't look at it.
You don't have click away, friend. You sound like a man comments. There's good ones too, though.
I told Catwoman when she reviewed the cases, I was like, people talk about your hands. I think you have the cutest hands for reviewing cases. I said, review all the cases you want.
Yep.
I'm gonna put on gloves actually.
Why?
No.
So nobody
talked about your hands.
I'm gonna put
nothing is wrong with your hands.
They're your hands.
No, like I have like no fingernails.
So
look, I had a girl tell me at work. She says, when you break a nail, you don't clip them. I'm like, no. I was like, I'll have 2 short ones and 2 long ones. They're mine.
That's funny.
Oh,
I mean, the thing about it is, you know, what happens in the comments, and it happens to me, and I say the same thing. If you don't like the video, don't comment. Just give your thumbs down and move on. Don't say nothing. Moving. Just keep on going. But no, they want to give you a story. I mean, like 5,000 letter story. I mean, I get, oh my God, it's so funny sometimes. I get these comments. It's like a whole book about how they hate me. They don't even know me, but they hate me. Oh, you suck. You say this, you say that. My phone never done this. I'm like, okay, just move on. I'm not the only YouTuber. Just move on, please.
Eric, we're gonna call you king of you're the king of the lemons. You get all the lemons.
I know. That's what the first thing they say. I don't have no power with 60 frames per second. You've got a limit. And all of a sudden now everybody's starting to say it in their video. Yeah, the problem with 60 frames per second. I'm like, well, I've been talking about it for 2 minutes.
I hate that. I hate when I make a video about a problem I had, and then people feel it necessary to comment, well, I didn't have that problem. Okay, congratulations. I did.
Great. This video is not for you. It's for somebody else who had this problem.
About my Xbox breaking, people kept commenting, oh, well, I mean, my Xbox is fine. Okay. If every Xbox in the world was having this problem, there'd be a massive recall. I know everyone doesn't have the problem, but I do.
But
and
for
I'm making a video for the other
do.
people that did. Like, what was the point of this comment?
We should just put out troll videos like, hey, I have an iPhone 10. It works great. Thank you all. See you next week.
Thanks. Yeah. I just wanted to check in.
You know, no problems. I mean, you share the stuff that goes wrong so that people know, oh, this is a problem. So-and-so had this problem. This is how you fix the problem. This is how you dealt with the problem.
Ever.
It's just so great. I love it.
I like to play the song Luke Skywalking on Them Haters by Miguel. Whenever I see any mean comments, I'm like,
Oh, Timothy, you got it right.
Oh, Timothy.
Yeah, somebody. Yes.
Oh, we're going there. We're going there.
Somebody accused me and said they was going to report me. I was the worst person on the planet. Yes, I stole all Flossie Carter videos. And I'm saying to myself, I got New Orleans Saint stuff all over.
He's a Giants fan, right?
No, yo, I'm in Louisiana, so all my phones got like.
He's in New York, right?
I got New Orleans Saints logos on all my home screen. So if I was Flossie Carter, and I'm like, okay, would he have a Saint symbol on his home screen?
You Photoshop it.
Easiest because you're black. I'm just gonna break it down to you. You're black. Yeah. Every black person on YouTube is Flossie Carter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were saying that about I forget his name right now, but I follow him too.
TK. I remember TK mentioned this a while back. I don't know if he's still on the stream, but they mentioned he a white Flossie Carter.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I seen a lot of those comments. And but to think about TK, he don't hold his tongue. He'll go off. He'll deal with him. He deal with them cases now.
I really try hard not to fight with people on the internet because no good is ever going to come from fighting with idiots on the internet. But it's just not. It's hard.
Y'all had Terry Warfield. They said he was Flossie Carter too.
Yeah,
that's the other person I thought about.
Yeah, Terry Warfield. Yeah, Terry. Yep. I remember that. I found him. I was like watching these videos one day. I said, "Dang!" Then I'm reading the comments and all they say, "Flossie Carter, Flossie Carter." I'm like, "Man, this is crazy. This is insane."
You can't have any level of soul without being Flossie Carter, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, but all of us are actually in our videos.
Are you black, Easy?
But look,
Sean's unclear.
I would say that light on your face.
But, look, I know, but I got like 3 studio lights sitting in front of me right now. Nah, I'm not black. I am totally white.
Bling.
I'm white right now. Look at that. Woo! Look at my skin. I am white. White as fucking snow.
Our dog said people love to fight on YouTube. People love to fight.
If spring would actually come, we could get a little bit of color.
Yeah.
People love to fight in general. People love to fight on the internet. It's so weird because I have these fights in one of my Facebook groups that also gets together locally. And so when people get together in person, they're fine. And then they're fighting on the internet. I'm like, you guys know each other. What the fuck? You're perfectly nice when you see each other. Now you're fighting like cats and dogs over this stuff. Like, it's just dumb.
Here's my problem about this stuff. They fight over phones. My phone is better than yours.
Yes.
iPhone sucks. Android is the best. Android is the best. iPhone is the best. You suck. You suck. You suck. And it's like iOS versus Android fans. It's Samsung against Apple. Oh my God. It's crazy. Samsung is the best phone since the Great Depression. And then they're like, then you got they call them Apple sheep, iSheep, and all that stuff. Then they got Samsung heads, Samsung trolls, and oh my God, it's crazy. It's insane.
People are always accusing you. You can't like one phone because then you're when I had the iPhone 8 Plus, it's like, oh, but you're an Android head. I said I like phones.
Can I just like what I like?
Right. Usually Apple can't keep me longer than 6 months, but I will drift over there every now and again. Try one out, and then I'll come back over here. I try a little bit of everything.
You don't have to be phone monogamous. It's okay.
Right.
It is okay.
I'm bisexual.
I have had the same man in my life for 20 years. I get to change my phone every 6 months. Like, that's just the way that's going to be.
That's funny.
That's truth.
It's electronics. It's not that serious.
The bad thing about it is that we don't own no stock in these companies. You know what? Like Samsung and Apple, they sit back, kicking back, laughing at people interacting with each other about a company that they don't own.
How much stock do you have in Samsung?
Or nothing, but they sit back and say, just keep it coming because it's free advertisement. That's all that is free advertising. Whether or not it's bad or good, it's free advertising.
But what's funny is Samsung plays into it with their advertising. Apple doesn't.
Yes.
Apple doesn't.
They
Apple's
put everybody from Twitter and everything that they've tweeted.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'm in a Samsung commercial. Dun, 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 dun.
It's roll call time.
Yes.
Oh, it is roll call.
All right, let me get my list here. My list.
It is roll call. You guys, what a fun stream tonight.
It was great. Oh, it was awesome.
In the tech doldrums, don't worry. Don't worry. It's almost June. It's going to be WWDC.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
It's almost time. Then it's going to be September. We're right around the corner from new iPhones, people.
Yes. New iPhones.
All right, so here we go. Roll call. Uno Nice. Tech for your needs. Darren Bethel. Mark Torren II. D. Jenkins. Big House Production. Sean B. Nice. TJ Chavaria. Will Broussard. Jason Jill. 10-minute tech reviews. Dexter Cumberbatch. Ray. Gary Brown. Frank Betha. Sean Vega Velez. Curious Critters. Anthony
Curious
Cooper.
Critters.
Oh, no. Yeah, Curio Critters. Sorry. Curio. Oh, I'm sorry. Anthony Cooper. AC Settle. Telvies. Innate Tutorially. Melissa. Whaley Tax. Total Tech. Timothy Baxter. Pamela Goodman. The Enigma. Force Tech Reviews. Technically T. DVD King. L. JRN3. Zone 708. Mr. Marcus. Michelle L. Griswold.
Wow. Mr. Marcus is here?
Dick.
Griswold's in here?
Waldo Wanda, even though we did kick her out. Mac Hook. Sean Downs. Scales and More. FKA. Chicago Herps. Mitzi Hudson. Our dog. Wow, there's a lot of people on tonight. Thank you so much.
Yo, shout out for Tech for Your Knees with the help with moderating tonight.
Yes.
Oh, Uno Nice said, let's get Bixby to do the roll call one of these days.
I should. I said that before. I should figure out how I could do that. I'll probably need to like connect my phone. I'll figure out later.
You'll have to do things. Well, then you can make a video how you figured out how to do it.
That's true.
It's content. It's content.
10-minute tech said you forgot him.
Oh,
No,
don't
I
forget
said him in the beginning.
10-minute tech.
okay.
You were one of the first ones.
You didn't hear.
It's those drugs.
I've been drinking. I don't know.
It's the marijuana.
I haven't had any of that.
For real, there's somebody with a name.
Yeah, it's a critter person in here.
It was.
Curio Critters.
Yeah.
Critter.
Dexter
Look, Eric, don't you start, because when you start, you mess up names.
You said 10-minute tech say he is high.
Well, 10-minute tech's recovering from surgery. 10-minute tech's recovering from surgery.
It's a good high.
So,
What did Gary say that right, y'all? What did he say? Between Catwoman and her fingerlina and Eric, I forget what Eric said that night.
I just told him.
Gosh,
Oh, he said Gentiles. No, it was
genitalia.
Genitalia. Oh man. The Jews and genitalia. That's the best thing. Oh man.
The fact that you said that with such a straight face. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm never gonna forget that.
Y'all let me do roll call after drinking all that liquor. Y'all crazy as hell.
I'm never gonna
You
forget that.
said it though. It's just like, what?
I can't see. I can't see.
Apparently.
I said Jews and genitalia.
That was the funniest thing
I gotta
I think I've heard in
ever.
2018.
Ever. Ever.
We've killed Catwoman.
Look, why did I have to approve that comment for somebody to repeat it? That had to be approved.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, that was the best.
Shoes and dance.
God, now I have to go to the bathroom. I laughed too hard. That was
Yes,
it
I'm
hurts.
right there with you.
It hurts.
Well, we at the top of the hour.
I said, well, this is 11 o'clock.
Oh, look, I'm crying laughing at these. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have so much fun. Oh man, this is Wild Wednesday.
Oh, Gary, you missed that night. Gary said we going to hell, but he missed that night. That was outstanding.
We've missed you a couple times, Gary.
Yeah, no, Gary was being MIA.
Yeah,
I know.
Eric was reading that thing. Eric was like the Jews and genitalia. We were like, what?
You see Gary with gasoline draws on.
Oh my God. All right, guys.
Oh, God. All right, so we got to get out of here. This is why
we got to get together.
Oh, I got to get my cloth.
You crying?
Oh. This is Wild Wednesday. Don't forget about every Wednesday night we do this. We have so much fun. Make sure y'all join us. Let everybody know how much fun we have so we can have more people on and have some more fun. We will see y'all Saturday night for Saturday Night Tech Talk. Also, don't forget about next Wine Wednesday. I will always have the beautiful ladies here. The VIPs are always going to be in the building. Question for Eric. Is it going to be any more Android tablets? No. I don't see Android. It looks like they're going to go with Chromebooks. That's it, Chromebooks. Because Chromebooks support Android apps. So you won't see no tablets. That's it.
They just ceded to iPad. They're like, iPad, just here.
Yeah, just take it away.
Just go do it.
Yes, just go to iPad. Yeah, just buy iPad. That's the whole thing. It's no up-to-date tablets. Plus, Apple got a $300 up-to-date tablet, right? They got an iPad for $300.
And you can use the pencil.
Use the pencil. I don't think no Android
tablet. Dongle, you got a pencil.
Well, here's the thing. Before we leave, that you look at.
Now we're getting to tech.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm teasing. No, I'm teasing. Let's go. They're here. We're here. Really quick, everyone, we're all together.
Really quick. The Samsung Galaxy S Tab 3 was the last tablet, and that thing is like $600. So if you look at an iPad that costs $300 with a pencil, a Galaxy S Tab that costs $600, people, I mean, it's like a no-brainer at this point. So.
Right. I mean, they just the iPad did it and did it well. They took their time, they planned it out, and there's a use for everybody. I mean, I think that Scrumptious, you're a perfect example. You love your iPad, but you're not always an iPhone user. But the iPad still has a use case for you. I have an
old-ass MacBook Pro, and I have a Samsung S3 tab, so I got everything.
Yeah. So I love it. I got to be honest with this iPhone 10 though. My iPad Mini does not get any love. It's like iPad Pro, iMac, MacBook Pro, and my phone. I don't even grab the.
Well, that's why Mini. I got a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This phone's just so pretty.
Do a little one.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, ladies, we got to go because we be sitting up here talking for another hour.
Could be.
We can't do that. I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so that's it. All right, see y'all guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Thank you.